He refused us to submit to Western retribution. He never took it light. He fought indefatigably, took the fight to the white man's court literally. He challenged sanctions, using British and European court systems. He sought compensation for himself and his people, and used his little resources to seek justice. The West would never give, never grant to anyone the small people of the earth. That's what we are. But we don't say he lost the fight. We say he in fact won. One on the side of exposing the evils of the West, exposing the sins of the West, the brutality of the West, the callousness of the West, and their greed, of course, at the end of the day, for our resources. And this way of exposing the hypocrisy at the heart of Western legal systems must continue. They are never for justice. They are for the preservation of Western interests and for hegemony, power, to get power in every possible way they can conceive. No white court serves real justice to an African. Instead of restitution, the white world does worse things, holding Africans to unjust courts, to the ICC, for example, murdering them even for their wealth, as they did to Saddam Hussein in Iraq and to our beloved brother, Gaddafi, in Libya. When the story of Zimbabwe's resistance to sanctions is eventually written, Senator Georgia's name will rank high. Indeed. A good number of us Zimbabweans will remember the late departed as a shrewd businessman. We will remember Trinity engineering, that quality build of coaches and trailers, which a guy built from scratch. It challenged established businesses in the same field, clinched major deals at home and abroad. He supported the fleet of our security establishment. He exported to different parts of Africa as far afield as East Africa. And all this was well before we spoke about black empowerment, well before we spoke about beneficiation and value addition. Aguy built a strong indigenous brand, grew it to amazing levels. He transformed the iron mine at Bukwa into coaches and trailers. In the process, anticipating a key passage of three assets: value addition and beneficiation. He was a great visionary indeed, wasn't he? Because while in the middle of doing business that he ran into the and fairness of our financial system, our banks, armed with astronomical interest rates. Banks were in the habit, in fact still are, of charging interest rates well beyond the principal sum borrowed. They charge interest rates, even for small deposits, make them pay the cost of their keeping the money. And yet, by exhausting even that little money at the end of the day, your deposit becomes nothing. We have said this must stop. It is extortion. Extortion by our banks. If they cannot do banking in the proper way, please, they should stop. Aguy will not have it. He successfully challenged such practices in our courts, in the process securing a judgment that promised relief to many. But there has been lots of resistance to operationalizing that judgment, to bring back to the great detriment of our economy, of our players in the economy. True, this economy faces many challenges, wrought mainly by sanctions. But there is a way in which the banking sector has not made matters any easier. Banks seem to pass their own sanctions against us, including those who deposit with them. It is only in banks where time reduces deposited savings. Instead of growing, one gets punished for depositing savings with banks, it seems. One gets less for one's deposits, but pays more for borrowing. When you borrow from the banks, interest rates, you deposit little, again you must pay. How do we ever hope to grow this economy when we undermine the propensity to save by punishing borrowers? I'm happy the Minister of Finance and the Reserve Bank Governor are looking at other strategies of reforming the banking sector and injecting liquidity into the market. The acceptance of the yuan into the world currency basket should offer new possibility for us as from next year. Today, this nation requires Senator Senator Aguy Georgia by granting the highest honor of the national hero. It is this small way of acknowledging his services, a modest tribute to this great man, which his surviving family must accept as a modest recompense. We lay our hero to rest on this sacred Acre, where he joins other great fighters, his peers, let him travel to a new life in the full knowledge that the one he left behind, his wife and his mother, both hold him, and in fact all his children, hold him in high esteem. So do we, his colleagues who work with him. May this harmony we find in him, this togetherness we find in Aguy, help to console the family and wipe with flowing tears from their eyes. To Joe, yes, Aguy, I say, you fought your fight. Well, the fight is ongoing, Aguy, but you've done your part. Go well, son of Zimbabwe, go well. Go well, Senator. Go well. Go well, our indomitable fighter. Go well.